Alright, good morning. It is 6:35. I left the fish camp at 4:36 this morning. I don't know how many miles I've done, but I've been on the bike path, which I knew, so which is why I left so early, so I could get some extra miles in. And I knew that it would be on bike paths, so that it would be easy to follow and safe. And I'm at the point where the trail cuts back into the woods, and the trail is closed in this section. So you can see the tape. It says through February, through the end of February, so I don't know when it will be reopened, but since it's still taped, I'm just not gonna even try to go in there. And I'm gonna see if I can follow these instructions for the reroute and hopefully get back on trail soon. So while I'm working on this reroute, it was closed for logging, a section. So while I'm working on this reroute, I'll just bring you up to speed real quick. So yesterday I took a 0 in St. Mark's, so I took the whole day off. And it was about 1.3 miles from where I was staying at Shell Island Fish Camp, kind of like back into town, if you will. And so anytime I kind of wanted to like go get a meal or whatever, it was a nice little nearly 3-mile round trip, but it was a pleasant walk and it was a really nice day. And I also learned the hard way that not only was everything in town closed on Mondays, but basically almost everything is closed Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So almost everything was closed, just between the 3 days and then like my 1 day off. But that's okay. There were two places that were open, and so I got food and just relaxed and was able to like wash and dry my socks in the sink because they didn't have any laundry facilities there. But it was just a really nice restful day. And then Joseph actually drove up and met me yesterday evening around 6 o'clock is when he got there. So it was just enough time for us to drive to the St. Mark's Lighthouse, which I really wanted to see, but it was way too far to walk to. It was like a 20-something minute drive. But we got there in time to see the sunset, and then we went to Oots's for dinner, and I had some ribs, which I haven't had in forever, and they were really good. And then, unfortunately, Joseph had an early flight this morning, so he actually had to set his alarm for 2 o'clock in the morning to get ready and head out. So, but it was still nice to see him, see the sunset with him, see the lighthouse, get dinner, and he brought me my like resupply stuff. So I was able to get some crucial items that I've been needing that I either can't find on trail or it's more difficult to find on trail. So I was grateful for that. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for driving all that way just to spend a few hours with me. That was very, very special, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I had a really good restful day. So back on trail. I kind of have like a interesting plan for today, because I've got today and tomorrow to meet up with my parents, and the mileages were going to be kind of awkward. And the day that my parents come to get me or come see me to meet up with me to slack pack me through Bradwell Bay was going to be a really long day, and I didn't want to have them pick me up at the trailhead when it's dark at night. And anyway, so I'm trying to just figure out something creative. So if today works out, I'll let you know how it goes. And then, yeah, in a couple of days, I've got one more special guest, two special guests meeting me to tackle Bradwell Bay. And that should be an exciting adventure for sure. And I'm sure we're all in for a treat when that happens. So I wish I could capture just the real beauty. I mean, I can take a video, but the temperature is perfect. It's probably like 50 degrees. There's a slight breeze and the sun is out. And this forest, I'm still in the St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. This forest is just beautiful. There's all kinds of trees. I'm getting ready to go through the Cathedral of Palms. So, but there's oaks, there's palms, there's pines and cedars, and just an absolutely stunningly beautiful morning. And I am just taking my time through here and soaking it all up because it is just so beautiful. St. Mark's has definitely been one of my very, very favorite sections so far. It has not disappointed. This is the Cathedral of Palms. Okay, this is Shepherd Spring. I don't know if you can see, it is pretty clear. It's hard to tell on the camera, but we are warned not to swim as there is a large alligator that lives in here. But it's a nice little place for a break. A little bench, a boardwalk to get back here. It's a nice little short trail. So that is Shepherd Spring. Alright, I just stood here for far too long on the other side of that puddle. It's definitely ankle deep. And you can't really tell, but it's all water. All the way down. And all the way down. Even where it looks like it's grassy, it's water. So I was trying every which way to think of how I could get out with my feet dry. But I got one foot, this one, pretty wet. This one's dry. This one took one for the team. It's wet, but that stinks. I've been keeping my feet dry all morning, but that's okay. They'll dry out. But now I gotta cross a road. Okay, so this is the second reroute. This one I knew about and I was expecting. This one's been a reroute, I guess, for at least 5 years. So this section is actually like if I were to try to actually do this trail here, it's extremely dangerous right now. And like I said, it has been for at least 5 years. So highway miles it is. Alright, I made it to town. And that's the food truck I'm heading to. Gonna get some lunch before I head to my next place. Alright, so I told you I was trying to find a creative way to split up my miles, and I figured out if I think I've done maybe roughly 21 today. It says 25 trail miles, but with the two reroutes, one of them I'm actually in the middle of, I think I've done maybe 21. But I have decided to actually stay at the Best Western here in town, and then finish up the last 17 or so miles tomorrow. And then I'm actually coming back to the same Best Western, which is where my parents are gonna meet up with me and slack pack a few of us, me and my two special guests, through Bradwell Bay. So I'm actually staying at the same Best Western 2 nights in a row, but I did a full day today, and then I'll do a full day tomorrow, and then just stay here each night. And then I'm looking forward to meeting up with my special guests tomorrow night. and getting some slack packing done through back Bradwell Bay.